I did this mega fest with TD Jakes. No Diddy. I did
There you go. Come on, Lavelle. You was trying to sneak out.
No. Only reason I said it, Diddy wasn't there then.
Man, get Lavelle, man.
I mean, man, we gonna swallow that and move on.
Come on, Lavelle.
No Diddy.
I gotta take another drink. You might need to pour you one too.
No, that's the symptoms of that cognac. See, that slipped out. My brain was like, no, don't do it. My tongue said, that we gonna do it.
If everything was true, all I gotta do is repent sincerely from my heart.
It's all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. Talked about Michael Jackson. When I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all these because I can't be jealous. I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted. If you sign up for their program, you get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never do an interview.
Oh, man,
listen, in 20 years, won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light. In 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
You will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Cat because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike, because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told them to go get the Prowler. I then told them to paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor at playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan, to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that
But
no
I didn't
one's
know
ever
what to
heard.
lie.
Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. Like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Kat. Normally when people are giving you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time and they're giving information no one else knows or has ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value. Is that for some reason people come to me and I don't look at them with judgy eyes. I have no predetermined notion or preconceived notions, and they open up to me. Right. That's what they're upset about. Because if you look at a lot of these people that's been on other podcasts, I didn't know it was gonna cause this kind of ripple. I didn't think it was gonna move me in the direction. I'm glad it did. I understand what comes along with that. But if you remember, I said, is there anything that you don't want to talk about? I always ask the guest that. Sometimes they say, well, I would appreciate if we not talk about this. Right. Cool, no problem. Because I believe you can tell your story without saying something negative. But yes, I believe a person that's been in a business, that's been doing something 10, 15, 20, 30 years are more than one salacious story. Right. That's what I believe. So if they say they want to stay away from it, but if they want to tell something, who am I to say, no, don't do, you can't tell that. Right. People, Cam.
They all coming.
No, they ain't.
Are you kidding?
Nah.
Hey, I promise you.
Good thing I done got all the rest of them. I done got the ones.
I promise you, everybody trying to double back. You're going to be having to beat them off with a stick. You won't let him. They're coming. Much as...
Because Cookie from the show Empire, I was offered that role. Now Taraji tore it up, baby. Listen here. However, I was offered that. Then Felita called me back and say, baby girl, they said you're too difficult to work with. But you hear on the audio that a man told David Talbert I was difficult to work with. Do you see how that cost my family?
Yes.
And with no accountability. I got labeled as difficult because I said one word, and that was no. Now I said no to some very powerful people. What Tyler Perry showed me, Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, and Lionsgate. When you don't do what we ask you to do, we'll take your livelihood.
4 times, just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right, because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Can I need to know? You hear?
Only for Tyler Perry to admit I was wrong, and when my movie Boo come out.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
I said I'm a conversationalist. But what people are upset about is that for some reason people come to me and I don't look at them with judgy eyes. I have no predetermined notion or preconceived notions, and they open up to me. Right. That's what they're upset about. Because if you look at a lot of these people that's been on other podcasts, they don't do the views that they do when they come on Club Shay.
Don't do sit downs, you see what I'm saying?
Kim, I've been trying to line Cat up for a year. I tried to line him up for a year. People don't know this, but Cat doesn't like to fly. I'm getting off the elevator. As I'm getting off the elevator, a lady's getting on.
Right.
She said, hello. I said, hey, how you doing? I'm Shannon Sharpe. She tells me her name. She's like, I've never seen you here before. I said, yeah, my attorney's here, Marvin. She said, oh, I love Marvin. I love Allison, who's his daughter. She said, oh, I said, I've never seen you here. I said, I've been coming here 3-4 years. I've never seen you. She said, oh man, I'm sorry. I'm just not meeting you. She said, today is my last day. I said, what? She said, yeah, today is my last day. I said, you got a new job? She said, I'm leaving to be Cat Williams' tour manager.
Wow.
I said, I've been trying to get Cat for a year. That was a Friday. The next Friday, Cat sitting in that chair.
Look at God.
The next heard about it. But when Cat came on and did what he did, now you had no choice. Advertisers, sponsors had to take Club Shay serious.
Right.
People that did he just this, he's a dumb jock, he talked with a lisp. Well, that dumb jock that talked with a lisp has the #1 podcast on YouTube. Not sports podcast, Cam. #1.
Man, I ain't gonna be able to get nobody back. I ain't gonna be able to get no more comedians.
They all coming.
No, they ain't.
Are you kidding?
Nah.
Hey, I
A good
promise
thing
you.
I done got all the rest of them. I done got the ones.
I promise you, everybody trying to double back. You're gonna be able to beat them off with a stick. You gonna let him? They're coming. Much as he just did his documentary with Chris Rock, where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? Years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these. At the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress wearing people before him. So now we have Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Madea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next. Us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
But Kim, I didn't know it was gonna cause this kind of ripple. I didn't think it was gonna move me in the direction. I'm glad it did. And some of the comedians had taken shots at other comedians, but nothing like this. I didn't expect the vitriol to come, especially from some of the people, and I'm not gonna say we were friends, but I'm saying we were cordial, we were friendly towards each other. Some people that I've kind of helped behind the scenes, and to see them attack, oh, I wouldn't have let him do this, I wouldn't have said that.
Cat told every goddamn lie, everything. He told so much, Jada Pinkett went, why you telling so goddamn much? What am I gonna say now? At least nobody had alopecia, so. Well, shit getting messy as hell. Shannon Sharpe is like Wendy Williams with a weight set.
The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit. Then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same bro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good, baby, and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have a range. Told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he had 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Cat Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Cat Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Less than you. This is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When you were supposed to go last is because it was your tour. Tell the truth. It was Steve's tour. Not it was going to be called the Kings of Comedy. It was Steve's tour. These are the guys opening for him. Of course you got to close if it's your tour. That's why it was such a big deal. But you couldn't do it.
What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't had enough. Yeah. Jermaine Dupri, king of the... If you ask me, baby. Shh. Jermaine Dupri, small as a child.
That's why you never see the product suffer, because I am the product. That's why he never is nowhere re-upping, because he is re-upped.
I owe you a dinner, man. I owe you a dinner. I obviously can't afford to get anything else.
Like I told Puffy, I don't let men take me out, sir. I'm good. Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need to know. You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We were in the studio. He said, yo, I'm going to drug their ass off and pick them out and pip them out to my nigga.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
Just he been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
You would go to a party with him, and you looking around like, damn, like, a lot of guys kissing each other in here, man. You feel me? What y'all do is y'all business.
So you've been to a party and seen this?
Oh, I've seen it firsthand, multiple times.
Damn.
I seen Dwight Howard in a pink dress, bro.
What?
I seen Dwight Howard in a pink dress with 2 other trans ladies in dresses. They all the same height at a Diddy party.
Oh.
Ask about Dwight Howard in Mexico.
What's up with Dwight Howard in Mexico?
You know, they don't got paparazzi out there like that. You feel me? They was down there hooping. He going to the club with these same...
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. You know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is? Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. But I'm not scared of being the competition. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team. They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't. All of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my pee in front of all my people at my agency. I told him no, what y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian, but in my face, no, no, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about.
Joining me very quickly, and I want to circle back to you, Kiala, about Sean Puffy Combs, AKA Diddy, spinning. I mean, this guy is a master promoter, okay? And the allegation is that Combs aided and abetted his son in this attack.
You heard about him catching the sexual assault on the little designer dude?
Yep.
Right. Him, imagine you got 2 7-foot-tall, swole guys in dresses, cornering you in a hotel in a bedroom. You finna be scared. Facts. So like, I distinctly remember going to a Diddy party, all the waitresses topless.
Diddy done turned over tapes. Allegedly, with the Carters, in some freak off, and the Beyonce, high on the cocaine, and the tapes had jizz all over it. Hold on.
But many are speculating that he's the thin end of a big wedge, even foreshadowing a Me Too moment for rap. Was he a misogynist?
In a way, he's selfish. He's a very selfish individual. He wants the spotlight on him. I can't believe it.
Diddy's always surround himself with young people that basically go out and do whatever.
Who killed Tupac and Biggie? And I think both of these dudes were assassinated in some kind of way. More Biggie than Tupac. I think Tupac might got killed by a dude that they, had an incident with earlier that day. But Biggie's seems a little
JFK.
governmental.
Clever one, I'm Dr. Ahmadai Shakur. 50 Cent is set to do a documentary about Diddy and all of these allegations against him. Let's get into it. According to page 6, 50, who's had a decades-long on and off feud with Diddy, is training his production house on doing this documentary on the embattled bad boy mogul.
50 Cent has announced that he will be executive producing the documentary on Diddy. Surviving Diddy, Too Much Brother Love Can Cost You.
Shannon Sharpe has been making waves recently with his provocative interviews featuring high-profile figures like Miss Madea and others. Sharpe has been delving deep, uncovering what he claims are hidden truths about these celebrities. His interviews have drawn both praise and criticism, and now the spotlight is on TD Jake, with tensions escalating rapidly. Jake, a renowned pastor and motive speaker, has found himself the subject of Sharpe's scrutiny. In his recent interviews, Sharpe has made some bold claims about Jake, and it's clear Jake is not happy. He has voiced his frustration with Sharpe's approach, arguing that these exposes are not only invasive but also damaging to his reputation and career. Jake feels that Sharpe's relentless pursuit of controversy is unfair and undermines his years of hard work and dedication. The situation has escalated to the point where Jake is publicly confronted and Sharpe expressing his anger and disappointment. This clash between two powerful figures is generating a lot of buzz, with Jake standing his ground and Sharpe continuing his probing interviews. This drama is unfolding in a way that is bound to keep everyone talking. The bishop, known for his powerful sermons and significant influence, has seen his life take a serious turn for the worse following his involvement in Diddy's high-profile lawsuit. This legal battle has put him under a harsh spotlight, with everyone scrutinizing every aspect of his life. Secrets that were once well guarded are now spilling into the public eye, and he is facing a flood of criticism and controversy. The intense focus on him following the lawsuit has brought a wave of exposes and revelations that are damaging his public image. What was once a well-respected reputation is now being overshadowed by these unfolding dramas, making it a challenging and turbulent time for him. TD Jakes is particularly heated with Shannon Sharpe right now, and it's not hard to see why. Sharpe's show has become a platform where guests have been taking jabs at the bishop. Something he just can't sit back and accept. First, there was Cat Williams, who didn't hold back during his appearance. Williams's criticism was sharp and relentless, leaving no stone unturned in his attack on Jake. Then Lavelle Crawford came on the show and joined in on the bashing, further fueling the fire. Seeing these high-profile comedians using Sharpe's platform to publicly criticize him feels like a personal attack. These public figures have significant reach and influence, and Jake sees Sharpe's show as complicit in these attacks. It's not just about the criticism. It's about feeling betrayed by someone who, in his view, should be a neutral party, rather than a facilitator of his public vilification. This has only added to Jake's frustration and intensified the conflict between him and Sharpe. Even Shannon Sharpe was taken aback by the revelations he uncovered about Jake. Initially, Sharpe might have approached the situation with a certain level of skepticism, but what he discovered during his research and interviews really shook him. The depth of the allegations and the details that came to light were more than he expected. However, it was Cat Williams who really pushed Sharpe's perspective into overdrive. Williams, with his sharp insights and fiery rhetoric, convinced Sharpe that the bishop had been putting up a facade all along. According to Williams, Jake wasn't the pious and virtuous figure that many believed him to be. Instead, Williams painted a picture of someone who had carefully crafted a public persona that masked a very different reality. Williams' assertion struck a chord with Sharpe, who started to question the image he once had of Jake. The more Sharpe heard, the more he felt misled, leading him to reassess his own views and approach. This revelation from Williams not only intensified Sharpe's scrutiny of Jake's, but also added a layer of personal disillusionment, as he felt he'd been deceived by the polished image Jake had maintained for so long. If you think about it, Cat isn't entirely wrong. TD Jake is known for his powerful sermons and magnetic personality, which have helped him build an empire as a respected spiritual leader and mentor, with millions of followers who see him not just as a bishop but as a beacon of faith and inspiration. Jake has cultivated an image of unwavering integrity and spiritual guidance extending far beyond the pulpit. However, there's a side to the pastor that isn't as visible behind the scenes. He's been working tirelessly to keep his connections with P. Diddy under wraps. The music mogul's reputation and the potential controversies associated with him pose a significant threat to Jake's carefully crafted public persona. Jake fears that any public association with Diddy could jeopardize the pristine image he has spent years building. This behind-the-scenes effort to distance himself from Diddy speaks to the complexities of maintaining a public image while navigating personal and professional relationships. For those wondering about the connection between Diddy and a supposedly pious figure like TD Jakes, Here's a quick breakdown. Sean Diddy Combs recently found himself in serious trouble when his former producer Rodney Little Raw Jones filed a lawsuit against him. According to Jones, Diddy had a plan to leverage his connection with Jakes to soften the impact of another lawsuit, this time from Diddy's ex-girlfriend. The lawsuit, filed in February in New York, is aiming for a staggering $30 million in damages. Church leaders have drawn attention to this legal drama, which has thrown Diddy's world into turmoil, with federal agents raiding his homes and the lawsuit making headlines. It's no surprise that eyebrows are being raised about his ties with TD Jakes. Jakes' connection with Diddy, a figure now embroiled in multiple controversies, is raising serious concerns. The perception of a well-respected spiritual leader being linked to someone facing such dramatic legal and personal battles makes it all so much more questionable. And let's not forget the unprofessional undertones of their friendship that have sparked even more curiosity. Back in 2022, a video surfaced showing TD Jake at a lavish party celebrating Diddy's 53rd birthday in Los Angeles. This wasn't just any gathering, it was a high-profile bash that drew significant attention. The video quickly went viral, igniting a firestorm of speculation about the nature of their relationship, given the grandeur of the event and Jakes' prominent presence. People couldn't help but question whether their connection was purely professional or if there was something more going on beneath the surface. The opulence of the party, combined with the timing of Diddy's legal troubles, only fueled the rumors. This glimpse into their social circle raised eyebrows about the appropriateness of their relationship, especially for someone like Jake, who has built his reputation on a foundation of spiritual integrity and public respect. As soon as people started making the connection, efforts were made to do some damage control. Derek Williams, executive vice president of TD Jakes Entertainment, explained to the Christian Post that Bishop Jakes was in Los Angeles for important business meetings and made a quick appearance at Diddy's birthday event out of respect. Jake's sermons are aired on the Revolt network, so it was seen as a professional courtesy. Williams emphasized that any accusations to the contrary were unsubstantiated and false. Their connection runs deeper than initially thought. Back in 2021, Diddy Combs announced a new weekly series featuring TD Jakes, set to air on Revolt TV, the media company he chairs. This collaboration was significant, with Jakes expressing enthusiasm about the opportunity to connect with a younger audience he saw as a chance to expand his influence and provide empowerment to young people facing economic hardships and the aftermath of the global pandemic. However, this partnership took a surprising turn in late March 2024 when Diddy sold his stake in Revolt TV to an anonymous buyer. This move came right after a series of dramatic raids on Diddy's home, adding yet another twist to the ongoing saga surrounding the hip-hop mogul. The abrupt sale of Revolt TV, amidst Diddy's legal and personal troubles, only adds to the speculation about the nature of Diddy and Jake's relationship. It raises questions about the stability of their professional connection and whether underlying issues contributed to these developments. While they have business dealings, Bishop Jake is also seen at Diddy's parties. The New York lawsuit filed by Rodney Little Raw Jones against Sean Diddy Combs takes a serious turn, with allegations under the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. Jones made grave accusations, claiming that he was deceived and dragged into a web of criminal activity. According to Jones, he was unknowingly involved in transporting a range of illicit substances, including ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and mushrooms, along with firearms. But the allegations don't stop there. Jones also accuses Diddy of coercing him into soliciting minors, exotic dancers, and workers. He claims that he was exploited for his talents in labor and producing music and other goods without fair compensation. This paints a picture of a deeply troubling situation, where Jones feels he was not only manipulated but also severely mistreated. Adding another layer to the lawsuit, Jones has brought forward claims of and harassment against Diddy. He alleges that Diddy made unwanted advances, touched him inappropriately, and even threatened him. These serious allegations have intensified the legal and public scrutiny surrounding Diddy, turning this case into a high-stakes drama with far-reaching implications. In all of this, Jake was allegedly present at the parties, and fans are backing it up. One person shared a clip of Jaguar Wright saying Jaguar Wright openly spoke about TD Jakes being at Diddy's party. The information has been out there, why all just refuse to believe it. Now there are whispers that Diddy might have pulled TD Jakes into his shadowy dealings. The reason behind this could be tied to a major reputation makeover. Why would someone like Diddy, with all his fame and for fortune, want to get close to a bishop? It's all about reputation management. Associating with a prominent and respected spiritual leader like Jake can be a strategic move to polish one's public image. When you're seen rubbing shoulders with a figure known for their piety and moral authority, it's like donning a shiny gold-plated halo in the eyes of the public. Suddenly, Diddy isn't just the music mogul with a colorful past. He's also seen as someone who's embraced the path of virtue and righteousness. This kind of strategic association can serve as a powerful tool for image rehabilitation, helping to offset negative perceptions and create a more favorable public persona. Rumor has it that Diddy might have slipped some cash to TD Jakes to keep him in the loop. And it doesn't stop there. There are whispers about church funds being involved too. It sounds like Diddy might have dipped his fingers into some not-so-holy jars, potentially dragging Jake into a murky situation without him even realizing it. Both men now find themselves in a high-stakes game with too much invested to just back out. It's like a real-life chess match, but with the stakes cranked up to an entirely new level. Their connection has become a tangled web of reputations, finances, and legal troubles, each move carrying serious consequences. To add another twist, there's talk that Diddy, ever the savvy businessman, had a habit of recording everything that went down at his events. We're talking about a level of surveillance that would make Big Brother blush. If these recordings exist, they could hold crucial evidence and amplify the complexity of the situation, turning this into an even more intense drama with potentially explosive revelations. There are also rumors about Jake's sexuality that don't align with his church values. There's nothing wrong with being gay, but if he's hiding it as a bishop, he's preaching something completely different, which makes it all so much worse. Jake is particularly upset because Shannon Sharpe had guests on his show who